Let me tell you a story.
Story time again.
Is it the one about me?
Either settle in or flap off, because this story's got enough chaos to make a raccoon clutch his trash can lid.
Well, now I gotta hear it. You can't toss out a warning like that and expect me to fly away. That's like telling a raccoon not to open a cooler.
It all started one day when some new food and water arrived at the drink table. When a few squirrels showed up and took a sip, the next thing they knew they were in a completely different country. One woke up in Africa, looking out across the land surrounded by some prairie dogs. They all just stared at each other until everything went back to normal. One woke up in India, flying with the cranes on their long journey across the Himalayas. He didn't even know he could fly. Another woke up in the biggest pool of water he had ever seen, and all sorts of things below him, swimming all about.
You have got to be kidding me? Are you messing with me right now? Should you tell them the rest?
I don't know if they can handle it.
You cannot leave me hanging like that.
I've heard enough to know this story is either completely true or completely squirrel.
What's the difference?
Exactly.
Anyway, after the squirrel rode a tornado from Kansas to Canada, one squirrel somehow grabbed hold of a tornado in Kansas and rode it all the way to Canada. He later claimed he saw 17 provinces, 3 moose, and a goose that owed him money. Another spent 3 years secretly building a rocket from stolen bird feeder parts. Nobody noticed the missing screws, springs, and perches until he blasted off and spent the summer moon camping. He returned with a pocket full of moon rocks, and absolutely no Then there was Earl. Earl enrolled in Dragon Academy, and trained with dragons to master the highly specialized profession of aerial acorn deployment. For years he practiced dropping acorns from great heights with pinpoint accuracy. To this day, nobody knows why such a profession exists, but Earl remains very proud of his certification. And then there was Stanley. Stanley crossed the Sahara Desert on a skateboard carrying exactly 1 acorn and no water. Scientists are still unable to explain how he survived. Stanley can't explain it either. His entire report consisted of the words, "It seemed like a good idea at the time." Now, you might think I'm pulling your leg. You might think squirrels don't ride tornadoes, build rockets, train with dragons, or skateboard across deserts. But let me tell you, it happened. Or at least it happened to the squirrels that drank from this table. So be careful eating from here. Things have a habit of changing. And if one day you wake up on the moon, flying over the Himalayas, or riding a tornado toward Canada, don't say nobody warned you.
Did someone say raccoon?